Hey guys, Metal Driver here, back with another WWE Elite review. And today, I'll be looking at the Series 95 Eddie Guerrero. And not only am I looking at the standard version, but I'll also be taking a look at the Chase version. A first for this channel. On the side, we get this cool image of Eddie. Then on the back, yet another image, a brief bio, career highlights, a description of this figure, and the rest of the figures that are in this wave. Alright, so that was the box. So without further ado, let's go ahead and open these up and take a closer look at Eddie Guerrero. Alright, and here we have the standard and the Chase Latino Heat out of the packaging. But before we take a look at the figures, let's look at the accessories that they come with. So both the standard and the Chase Eddie come with the exact same accessories, which include a set of gripping hands. And he comes with the WWE Tag Team Championship belt. This belt was exclusive to SmackDown. The Raw belt was the World Tag Team Championship belt. That one came with the recent released Legends Kane, which if you have not seen that review, go ahead and check that out. Now, the last time I can remember receiving this version of the belt was with one of those ringside belt packs, which is right here. So the color of the gold is a bit different, so it's not exactly the same. It's just a minor difference. Taking a closer look at the plates, they look really nice. Some good detail here. Paint on the WWE logo isn't the best, especially the placement of the red sash there. So that's a little bit weird. But aside from that, it is nice that we are getting this version of the belt because we don't really see it often. So if you don't have it in your collection, now's your chance to get it. And speaking of getting a belt, if you've been watching my videos recently, I mentioned that my wife is starting to make her own championship belts. And she is working on the Trios Tag Team belt. So if you're interested in those belts, keep checking out the channel. I'll keep you guys updated and let you know when it's ready to order. Then taking a look at the head sculpt. This is brand new and it's not bad, but it's not great either. The likeness to Eddie is there, but it's not the best likeness. I think the biggest problem with this head sculpt is that the cheeks are a little bit too puffy. It looks like he got stung by 10 bees. And if you look at the image on the side of the box, he's got a thin face right there. This one is not really that thin. So it just makes it look off. If anything, it kind of makes him look like the actor Michael Peña. If you don't know who he is, he played, I think the character's name was Luis in the Ant-Man movies. So if you want a custom wrestling version of Michael Peña, you could use this figure as that, but I mean, I don't know, it's just a little disappointing, because we did get an Eddie figure a couple years ago, I think it was Legends 8, and that head scan was perfect when it came to the likeness of Eddie Guerrero. It looked just like him. So to see this one, it's not exactly the worst, but comparing the two, yeah, that one was much better. I don't know why they didn't just use that one. Use the same face scan and retool the hair. I think that would have worked just fine. I would have preferred that. Now the paint on the lips, the teeth, the facial hair, the eyes, the eyebrows, that looks good. So I can at least be positive about that. Hair sculpt is pretty nice. It's donning that short hair that he had in the Ruthless Aggression era. Missing a little bit of paint right there. This side looks good. So yeah, this head scan turned out well. This one is the standard version. Whereas if you look at the Chase, yeah, that one doesn't look as great. You can tell that the paint is a little bit misaligned. It's off. It's not exactly centered compared to the Chase version. So getting a closer look, yeah, that's kind of annoying. Not the worst that I've seen, but at least the good thing is you can swap these heads out. Then looking at the body, I do like the choice that they went with. It's ripped. Not too big, but I like that it's got a ripped body. Eddie was pretty jacked during this time. The arms look okay. They could have probably been a little bit bigger, but I think it works fine. Wrist tape is painted in white on both sides. You can see that on the hand, so that looks nice. Then looking at the tights, these are the tights that he wore when he was a tag team with his nephew Chavo, Los Guerreros. Unfortunately, we don't have a Chavo to team up with this Eddie, so hopefully we do get one in the future. Get this greenish blue turquoise maybe color. I'm not good with colors, I just know the standard ones. The paint on the sides look nice. Doesn't seem to be any major mispaints or sloppiness. The other side looks pretty good. Crisp, clean line work. Then on the back you've got Latino spelled out, which looks pretty nice. Good clean line work there. Looking down at the boots, black with gold. So that looks really nice. Even though for me personally this isn't my favorite tight design, it is a bit nostalgic, especially since this is the attire that he wears in the game. Here comes the pain. Now let's go ahead and look at the Chase version. So the upper body is exactly the same. The tight designs are a different set of colors. He's got black tights with this gold and purple design. So I do see some imperfections here and here. Not the worst thing in the world, but I do notice that. Everything else looks pretty clean, pretty good. Silvers look nice right here. Some good paint on this side. Got Latino on the back again. This time in purple with some gold trim. So I prefer this Chase figure over the standard version. I'll probably like this one once we get a Chavo, assuming if we ever do get one in these set of tights. But until then, I really like this one more. And then the boots are exactly the same. So it is a shame about the head, but you can pop these off real easy. There you go, it looks good now. Then going over the articulation, the head is on a ball joint, looks that high up, that far down, so pretty good range. Can turn side to side and tilt very well. Shoulder goes that high up, rotates all the way around. There is a bicep swivel, beautiful double jointed elbows, a swivel and hinge at the wrist. He crunches that far forward, goes that far back, bit tight there. Can't turn side to side at the waist. Legs go that far out, that high up, so beautiful range of motion there. Thigh cut, double jointed knees, a cut at the top of the boot. Ankle goes that high up, that far down, and some slight ankle pivot. So here we have the standard Eddie next to the Chase Eddie, and yeah, I'm really digging that Chase attire. Then here is the standard Eddie Guerrero next to the Chase with the Legends Series 8 head swapped on the body. Yeah, this looks pretty nice. I think this looks good. So seriously, if they just retooled the hair, made it look like that hair sculpt over there, I think that would have looked good. Yeah, this just has a much better likeness to Eddie. And finally, here's the standard version next to Legend Series 8 Eddie, and then the Chase version next to Legend Series 8. Alright, so what are my final thoughts on Elite Series 95 Eddie Guerrero? Well, despite the head scan being a bit on the disappointing side, overall I like the figures. I say figures both the standard and Chase, and I will admit playing around with these, I am starting to warm up a little bit towards the head scan. I still think that it's a little bit on the round side, the cheeks are a little bit too puffy. Still, that Legend Series 8, Mattel did a great job with that, they nailed it. This one, they were close, but it could have been better. So I think this figure is still worth picking up, especially if we eventually do get a Chavo to match up with the greenish blue tights one. That would be nice to complete the tag team. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but fingers crossed that it does. Now, just for a figure alone, which one do I think is the better one? I say that Chase is the one to go with. I love the black attire with the purple and gold. That just looks so good. So either way, they are nice figures. Head scans could be better, but I still think they're worth getting. So if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want a chance to get a shout out in the next video, leave a comment down below. And today's shout out is going to be a bit different. So I'm not just singling out one person. I'm going to shout out all the people that watched and commented on my last AEW review, which was that Amazon exclusive Young Bucks. I got a lot more comments than usual on that one. A lot of people backing me up on my rant about how I'm not going to kiss up to any companies and say that everything is good that they produce just so I can get free stuff. As tempting as it is to get free stuff, because I do pay for all the figures that you see here, and it'd be nice to save some money, I can't lie to you guys and say if something's good when it's not. In the case of these figures, I think they're pretty solid, just the head scans aren't really the best. So again, thank you to all those that supported me on that. I will not be bought. Not that anyone would want to buy me anyway. Check out my social media to be up to date with all my wrestling figure photography, and I'll see you next time.